Kidney 101. How does it work?
The kidney basically does 4 things. One, it cleans your blood. So it gets rid of things you don't need, which is often toxins, extra potassium, things like that. It holds on to things you need. So it's a filter. So you need your sugar in your blood. You need protein. So it's supposed to hold on to those things. You want to keep your blood cells inside. Gets rid of water we don't need, right? If you don't have a good kidney, you get really puffy. It makes hormones. So those hormones help us make red blood cells. They help regulate our blood pressure. They help make our bones healthier. Vitamin D is a hormone, and the kidney's the last part of that. So it actually does a lot of things. And if you don't have healthy kidneys as a child, you don't grow very well because the kidney needs to have all those things in balance. It needs to have the right acid level for your bones to grow and the right amount of phosphorus and protein so that you can get taller. Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look at adult kidneys and you look at pediatric kidneys, is there a difference at all?
There's a big difference. Yeah. That's why medication doses are so important. When a baby's first born, your kidney function is 20 mils per minute per 1.73 meters squared. So that's our kind of filtration units. And then in 5 days, you double your filtration. You get a lot better by 5 days old. And then that gets to about 60, or we say 60% when you're about 1 month old. But still not great. So, we do have to be very gentle, and things that happen in infancy are really important. So if you have a sick baby, that can follow you for the rest of your life. Or if you're born prematurely, your kidneys are not the same as someone who wasn't born prematurely. So that's one part of it. And the other thing is our kidneys are growing to adult size. They're functioning kind of in the same rate as adults from age 1.5 to 2. But they're not fully adult size till you're kind of a preteen. So you do have to be kind of gentle with your kids' kidneys. Dehydration matters and medications matter a lot.
So what are common pediatric kidney diseases? What are common conditions?
Yeah, about half the kids I see are born with something. So we call that congenital anomalies of the kidney and urinary tract, or catgut.
Wait, what's the acronym?
Catgut.
CACUT?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was an acronym.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's about half of our cases. And those are kids who are born with a solitary kidney, so they never had another one because so much has to go right, to develop them. Some kids have bladder problems. So then because they have bladder problems, they can't empty their bladder. Their kidneys get damaged unless you start to empty it for them. Or kids are born with a cystic kidney. So you probably saw a lot of people with polycystic kidney disease as an internal medicine doctor. I also see them in pediatrics. Yeah, so all those dysplasia. I see a lot of kids for UTIs and kids who get urinary tract infections over and over again. I see kids with autoimmune diseases. Those are kind of like second most common. That tends to happen later in life, like adolescence. And then I see a bunch of rare things, rare genetics things, kids who have congenital heart disease and then have kidney disease because of their heart disease, kids who have had cancer and have kidney disease or high blood pressure because of that. And I see a good amount of kids who just have high blood pressure because in pediatrics, if you have high blood pressure, the more common reason is because of having kidney disease, especially if you're less than 6 years old. So we get trained to manage high blood pressure. Although now a lot of kids are obese, and so it's not related to their kidneys, but but it is kind of related in that, their kidneys are responding to a hormone that their excessive fat is making. So I do see quite a lot of kids for that too.
When you guys thinking about the kidney, right? So if you think about the body, the human body, your kidney is shaped like a kidney bean, right? Your kidney sits kind of in the retroperitoneal space, so like in your back area. And you have this organ that's getting blood flow from the aorta, organ sitting here. And then after the kidney does its thing, it's going to drain urine into what's called a ureter, okay? The ureter is going to go all the way down to the bladder. And then the bladder is going to hold your urine, as you guys all know. When you have to pee, you get that sensation. And then it goes through your urethra and then to your toilet or to the tree, your dude, like whatever. So that's kind of the anatomy of the kidney. Now, the things that Dr. Farkas-Skiles was saying earlier when she was talking about blockages and such, what she's talking about is blockages along those tracks. And so if you have a blockage in the ureter or a blockage in the bladder where the ureter is releasing into the bladder, that fluid will build up backwards and it'll start to collect through the ureter, keep going back into the renal pelvis, part of the kidney, and then that fluid will build up in the kidney, making the kidney less functional if it's there for long enough. And so that's what we call like hydronephrosis. And so again, these are just anatomical situations that can lead to kidney disease.